So, in the 15th century, the once mighty empires of the Aztecs and the Incas fell to the Spaniards. The tales of riches in the interior of Mexico led the Spaniard Hernan Cortes to attempt the conquest of the Aztec Empire. And he was successful, which is crazy to think that one man on a boat with maybe 100 men with him were able to topple such an incredible large empire. But they were aided in their venture by several factors. First of all, they had Indian allies from native peoples who had been conquered by the Aztecs and wanted revenge. The legend of Quetzalcoatl was an Aztec legend that a god was going to rise, kind of like a phoenix from the ashes, and return to Mesoamerica. And Montezuma II was the Aztec leader at the time of Cortez's conquest, and he actually believed that Cortez was Quetzalcoatl for a little while, and by the time he realized it wasn't true, it was really too late. Superior Spanish weaponry, the assistance of Malinche, or called Donna Marina by the Spanish. She was an Aztec woman who served as an interpreter between the Spanish and the Aztecs. And then, of course, smallpox, and this was the one that had the most influence, was that it introduced into the Aztec Empire by one infected member of the Cortez expedition, and it caused the death of thousands. On the completion of the Aztec conquest in 1521, the capital city of Tenochtitlan was burned to the ground, and a new capital, Mexico City, was constructed in its site. The Spaniards then continued their conquest into north-central Mexico, Guatemala, and Honduras. The Spaniards turned their attention to the region of the Andes Mountains of western South America, and by 1535, Francisco Pizarro had conquered the rich Inca Empire. It was already weakened by years of civil war, so the Spaniards sent expeditions from northern Mexico into what is now the southwestern portion of the U.S. From about 1540 to 1542, Francisco de Coronado reached as far north as what is now Kansas in an unsuccessful search for 7 mythical cities of gold. Further campaigns of exploration led to the conquest of Chile and the establishment of the city of Buenos Aires in present-day Argentina. By the late 16th century, the Spaniards had set up about 200 urban centers in the America. Despite constant threats from Caribbean pirates, Spanish galleons carried loads of gold and silver across the Atlantic to Spain, where the influx of such large quantities of the precious metals caused inflation of the Spanish economy. Eventually, inflation spread throughout Europe, and in the 18th century, the Manila galleons sailed the Pacific, transporting silver from the mines of Spain's American colonies to China to trade for the luxury goods. And we're going to talk more about the trade of precious metals in Key Concept 4.2.